Hey guys, it's here bringing you another video and welcome to my first impressions of a new champion or rework. And today we're doing AKALI. Apologies that it's one day late, I just didn't have time to record this yesterday. But yeah, it's been a whole day since she has been kind of shown a little bit early in one case. But I've avoided everything to do my first impression. So I don't know what this champion does. You're going to get my raw reaction to, you know, what the hell is going on. So this obviously is a brand new updated champion. I think Nunu is next, by the way. But yeah, AKALI. First thing to say is what I always say is, do I think AKALI was a good choice for a rework? The answer is probably yeah. I imagine her pick rate is very low, and I imagine the majority of people that play her are one-tricks. So they want to bring her a little bit more open, a little bit more to the wider audience, because again, Riot don't want a little tiny play rate on their champs. They want a lot of people to play them to make the most value of it. And it does seem that they've done a lot with her, just like, you know, look at the design. Like, again, there was a funny thing on Reddit. The one thing I've seen was that AKALI has had, like, a crazy update in visuals. Her old tattoo in-game was this little snake, but now it's this kind of crazy fire-breathing dragon. But anyway, let's get into it. So AKALI, she is now called the Rogue Assassin. I don't know what she was called before. But yeah, when AKALI walked away from the Kinku Order, which I believe is Shen's people, she defined her fighting style beyond Shen's teaching. There you go. No longer one to cut enemies down in a burst of close-up Kama flourishes. Oh, that's her old style, I guess. So they're saying, oh, okay, hang on. Ionia's rogue assassin employs hit-and-run tactics, constantly shifting position as she strikes, steps back into stealth, and then strikes again. So I guess the way they're approaching this is going, the old AKALI did exist in the lore, and that is what she did when she was under Shen's teaching. In the lore, now she's left Shen and she's doing her own thing. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's get into it. So, her passive is Assassin's Mark. Damaging a champion with an ability creates a ring around them. When the ring forms, AKALI gains a burst of movement speed towards it. Once she crosses the ring, AKALI gains another burst of movement speed towards the enemy. Crossing the ring also empowers her Kama, which increases the range and damage of her next auto attack. The attack also restores a small amount of energy. Okay, how does this work? Oh, what? That's cool. So that's the circle. Wait, what? So damaging ability creates a ring around them. When the ring forms, AKALI gains movement speed towards it. Once she crosses the ring, so she leaves, AKALI gains another burst. So she leaves, movement speed, and then crossing the ring also empowers. So she has to leave it, then she has to come back in, and that's when she gets the damage buff. Okay, I presume she's going to have a dash ability to get back on people instead of just walking. Cute. 5-point strike. AKALI throws 5 kunai in a narrow arc, damaging enemies directly in front of her and slowing those at maximum range. If cast with nearly full energy, AKALI heals for a percentage of the damage. A rank 5 5-point strike deals extra damage to minions and monsters. So I presume this is her max ability, like the one you max first. Oh, and it makes the ring. It's a decent amount of damage. Okay, sure. Kind of like Genji in Overwatch, I guess. Nothing special. That's, you know, cool. W. So this is her old, like, again, her old W was a stealth. Twilight Shroud. AKALI restores energy and creates a cloud of smoke, which slowly spreads to cover a ring-shaped area. While in the smoke, AKALI is obscured and has increased movement speed. While obscured, AKALI is stealthed and through her position can be revealed. AKALI herself can't be. Oh, okay. Meaning she can't be targeted by abilities or attacks, including by turrets. What? Riot's really confused, man. They don't know what to do with stealth. They rework stealth to make it not as oppressive, and then this sounds like the most oppressive stealth there's ever been so far. Like, you can't even get attacked by a tower. That means her tower diving potential is probably very high. AKALI can leave the smoke a few times to extend the duration of Twilight Shroud by a small amount. Okay. So there's the W. Oh, snap! So it's like a donut. Oh. So tower is hitting her. No. Oh my god, that's stupid. Okay. So now, okay, so as soon as she becomes visible, tower can hit her. She goes out, tower hits her again. Isn't that going to be really oppressive as an assassin can just tower dive you? And, like, she can just... Like, imagine, right, here. Imagine the Anivia is, like, on 1 bar of health. Oh, dude, I survived. And AKALI is really low health, too. She can just run into tower, W, make her way to you, and you can't target her back. Like, I presume, by the way, skill shots can hit her, I hope. If like, I don't think she's invulnerable, but still, like, that's a little bit funky. Okay, sure. E. Shuriken flip. AKALI backflips and throws a shuriken forward, damaging and marking the first enemy hit. The shuriken can also hit the shuriken can also hit and mark the smoke from Twilight Shroud. AKALI can reactivate shuriken flip to dash to the marked target. Ah, this is her move. So it hits him. And then press it again, and you go to him. I know, the combo. So the combo would be getting the original ring from your passive, then throwing the shuriken. That will make you leave the ring, then you teleport back to the person, and that's also when you get the empowered thing from your passive. That's the combo. And then your ultimate, perfect execution. AKALI dashes up to 2 times with a slight delay between. The first dash deals physical damage and briefly stuns, while the second dash deals damage and based on the missing enemy health. Okay. So that's interesting. It activates your passive within it. So your passive gets automatically done with this ultimate anyway. Well, again, we can't judge the damage because we don't know the conditions of this game. We don't know if the AKALI in this testing footage has got items. We don't know if the Draven has any resistances. So we don't know if that damage is overpowered. But yeah, her passive goes off on the first ultimate and then gets completed. And then on the second ultimate, her passive gets done. That's probably why the burst damage happened, because it's the second burst of your ultimate with your passive auto attack proc. That's probably where the burst comes in. Okay. Initial impressions, interesting. She's either going to be really bad or really overpowered from what I could tell in my, like, initial what I think. I don't think this is a champion that is going to be very easy to balance either. I think this, yeah, I think she's going to be either overpowered or really weak. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. Playing as AKALI. AKALI is an adept assassin who fights while on the move, adding new layers of complexity to her playstyle. The secret to AKALI's technique lies into creating the rings, constantly crossing in and out of them, swinging the passive Kama proc. That is where I think majority of her damage comes in. Shuriken flip and perfect execution to tag your market and then use the passive, Okay. And then I think, yeah, you combine your passive hit with your 5-point strike for a lethal... Oh, wait, does the Q proc it as well? Let's see what this is. Again, I don't know why it's taking so long to load. Sometimes oh, it just wasn't playing. Okay, so diving, that is E. She jumps on him. Okay. And then she's probably going to use ultimate there with Q. Diving, she hasn't used the auto attack yet, or she might have. She's now in tower. Okay, that is so annoying. So yeah, she's an assassin that can just legit dive without much to fear, really. So if we go through that again, because like again, there are certain champions that like when a new raid was like I couldn't tell what was happening. I could tell everything that's happening. Like here, that was her backflip, I think. That's the shuriken. Then she uses the second half of the shuriken to get on him, kills him with the passive proc with the ultimate, throws a Q, misses because he's already dead. Echo's, for some reason, staying around. That's the ultimate. That was a Q, those. She's then, that swinging there is her passive being procced, so she can't auto-attack. That was the auto-attack, the damage. She's now low health on the tower, so she uses her shroud so she can't get targeted anymore. And then Darius just finishes the kill. Alright, interesting. Again, to me, it's going to be pretty annoying to play against. But sure. The only rule that matters is the way your enemies don't walk away. Okay, tips and tricks. When it comes to 5-point strike, Akali has options. Conserve it for when she's high energy to continually sustain in lane, or use the low cooldown 2 times in quick succession to maximize her damage at the cost of all of her energy, basically poking. Or weave them with her passive and double up on the empowered karma hits. Similarly, Shuriken Flip doesn't always need to be used for mobility, and perfect execution isn't for just assassinating. Try a point-blank flip for fast damage, or dash well past your target and prepare them with your Kama and perfect execution. So yeah, they're just saying there's options for the Akali. It's not as clean-cut as the old Akali, I think, that you had to press R to go on an enemy target. Again, I can't remember, did it say if the... Akali dashes up to 2 times. Yeah, I don't think that her ultimate is a point and click, from what I can tell. I think her ultimate is a skill shot. Yeah, so her ultimate is a skill shot. You can just use that to escape if you need to. You don't have to use it to do damage. So that gives the this new Akali more options than the old Akali. The delay between perfect execution dashes gives you time to unleash a flurry of strikes. You can also leave you vulnerable to a counterattack. If you just need to execute, consider using your first dash early. You'll sacrifice the stun, but your next movement will most likely be the last. Okay, so yeah, just options. And then all the different skill shots. So that's her new splash shot. Looks pretty damn cool. This is the second one. That's Crimson, I think. Oh, wait, no, what's that one? I don't know what that one is. Whoa. That's cool. That might be Crimson. Damn, that looks like Diana. There's the football one. Pretty cool. Surgeon. Blood Moon, I think. I don't know what that is. I can't remember. Oh, no, that's Blood Moon. Or Project? Oh, God. No, that's Blood Moon with the mask. And then that's the... Oh, they haven't really... Well, they've updated, I think, the look a little bit, but not too much. Okay. Yeah, so first impressions. I think she looks cool. Like, she's definitely cooler than the older Akali. That's a given. Again, it's every single rework is probably going to be cooler than the original, considering they are reworking champions from 2011 and stuff. Do I think she's going to be good? The problem that I see with this Akali is I still don't see her as a mainstream champion. I still see this as a one-trick champion, which to me... Is that a successful rework? I don't know. Like, again, the whole idea for, like, why I think they do reworks is to bring it to a wider audience. I don't really think this is going to do that past a couple patches. Like, after a couple patches of the hype, like, sure, a lot of people will play her when she comes out, but how many people are actually going to start playing her legitly? I think the one-tricks are just going to stay on her, and that's about it. Maybe you'll make some new one-tricks, but she's that type of champion that you'll probably need to play quite a bit of to get good at her and have mechanics at a good level. More so than the old Akali, obviously. So again, do I think it's a successful rework? Sure, it looks better. I think it's going to be relatively hard to balance. I don't think this is going to be a relatively easy thing to do. I think she'll either be overpowered or weak. And again, I don't think the mainstream player base is going to just randomly play her. I think she's still going to be locked off to mainly a one-trick community. So I don't know. Like, I'm mixed about it. She looks cool, though. Again, her splash shot, no, like, you know, that looks awesome. So I don't know. I'm mixed about it. You know, this is one that I definitely encourage you guys in the comment section to give your opinions. What do you think? I imagine the vast majority of people are going to go, oh, damn, she looks really cool. And yeah, she does. But I'm not completely sold, is what I'd say. Like, I don't see myself picking up her, to be honest. Maybe I will. Maybe when I play her on the PBE, it'll change. And I'll be like, oh, no, this is the coolest champion ever. But my first impressions, and that's what this video is, meh. So that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy, throw a like on it. Give your opinions in the comment section, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.